Okay, good morning students. So let us start our topic. So I will share my PPT. So in last lecture we have seen some definitions, dipole moments and polarization also we have seen, and I told what is mean by dipole moment. So whenever two equal and opposite charges are separated by some distance, that constitutes dipole moment. Okay. Now today we will see polar, non-polar materials and polarization and types of polarization. So in last session I told you when we consider atomic structure, in an atom consists of positive charge nucleus. So here just I have written in text what I told you in last lecture. So atom consists of positive charge nucleus, that you know, and surrounding which that positive charge nucleus electrons are revolving around that. So center of positive charge means nucleus is at some center of atom, and when electrons are revolving, you if you'll see the center of revolving electrons, that also coincides with the positive charge. So as center of positive charge means positive charge and negative charge are equal and opposite, and they are also at same center, so atom as a whole is a neutral. So you can say protons positive charge and electrons. So electron you can see even if it is negatively charged, atom as a whole is a neutral atom because whole positive charge and negative charge get cancelled to each other because center gets coincide. So atom is a chargeless neutral. But when we have to see that dipole moment will be created, then only polarization will happen. Now we have seen ionization in insulating material. So we have to see what is polarization in dielectric material. Insulation material exhibit ionization. And we have seen difference between insulating materials and the dielectric material. So now if we have seen ionization process and how conduction occurs in insulating material, in the same way we have to see in dielectric material how polarization will occur. Polarization means that dipole moment should be created. And to create the dipole moments, there should be splitting of positive charge of nucleus and negative charge of revolving atom. Then only atom as a whole will be charged. Whether means positive charge and negative charge will be center displaced at some distance d. It will constitute dipole moments, and polarization will be number of dipole moments per unit volume of that atom. So if you want polarization in dielectric material, number of dipole moments have to created, and then you will just see how many dipole moments are created divided by volume. So that will give you the polarization. So when center of positive charge and center of negative charge coincides, this dipole moment and polarization is absent. Because as charge is centered coincide, there is no dipole moment and no polarization, and that this case will happen for dielectric material in absence of electric field. Because when you will give applied electric field, we have seen that the electrons cloud will just displace to the positive charge. And same thing will happen to positive nucleus also. When I say electron cloud will be shifted towards positive charge anode, then the nucleus will also shift towards the cathode. So that you remember, if I am saying one action for negative charge, same action will be there for positive charge, but displacement will be different. This means that there will be displacement between positive charge and negative charge. So the dipole moment will be created. But when it will be created? Only when electric field is applied. Now, what are polar materials? So you can see in polar material, dielectric materials, which is a displacement will be there even in absence of electric field. So polar material means what? Even if field is zero, there is a displacement between positive charge nucleus and negative charge revolving electrons, or there is a displacement means two charges will be there in that. I told you NaCl, crystals of salt. So in crystals of salt you have seen their bond is there, and positive charge nuclear Na, sodium, and negative charge chloride have some distance. So positive ions and negative ions are separated with distance in ionic materials, or you can say they are polar materials. So what are the polar materials? Even in absence of electric field, polar material will have dipole moments. Now that dipole moments orientation may be in random fashion. Means if you will consider number of dipole moments in that atom, or you can say crystal, ionic crystal, whatever volume it has, the dipole moments may be randomly arranged and total polarization may be zero, because in polarization we have to consider direction also. It is a vector from negative to charge, negative to positive, so it is a vector. And if you see resultant dipole moment will be zero. So polarization may be zero, but dipole moments will be there in absence of electric field. So they are polar materials. And what are non-polar materials? In non-polar materials, in absence of electric field, there will be no dipole moment. So see the difference between polar and non-polar material. Read it. So in polar material, center of nucleus and center of electron orbit do not coincide. Consider salt example, okay, or any ionic material. So that is polar material, and here it is coincide. And in absence of electric field, electric dipole moment exists. I just told you, even if field is not applied, dipole moment will exist. But here in non-polar, it will not exist. So you can just remember non means not to exist. And in absence of external applied field, materials may or may not be polarized. Why it may not be polarized? Dipole moments are there, but resultant of that dipole moment will be zero. So it is said that polar material, it may not be polarized in absence of electric field. This is most important thing. Ionic compounds and asymmetric molecules are polar. So example, I already told you NaCl, CO2, Ki, KCl, and symmetric molecules, because as their symmetric center of positive, negative will get coincide. So generally monoatomic gases are non-polar materials. So N2, Cl2, argon, xon, neon, helium. So these are examples. So try to remember polar and non-polar materials. Have debate on that. So today Sakshi and you can say your colleague also are going to present one activity. So be ready for that. So they are going to take quiz on the polarization, types of polarization. So yesterday they called me and said that, madam, which topic you are taking, that only we will just create the quiz, so your work can be reduced. Yes, so I am very thankful, because see today I could not spend time to download videos also and some quiz also. So they have come forward, because instead of taking at some later day, just if they will take in today's session, that will be also enhancing your understanding much in a more better way. So just I think they are using something quiz, I don't know. So I just added double Z. So let us see how they have gone through the various another. It's different. You also don't know and I also don't know. So Sakshi and Sumit will carry out activity, because I wanted leader should lead. What I wanted, leader should lead, and Sumit is a leader. So that way I just said opener. This time opening activity will be by leader. Last time Arushi did, but Arushi has completed safety seminar. Today is safety seminar. You attend that. So let us see how they will perform it. So watch this video and then I will explain polarization. Okay. We have to see now. I forgot to share sound. So that is again problem. I will share it and I will again share the sound so that you can listen. And don't forget Sakshi while playing your quiz also. So that way you can just see, and now watch it and then I will explain it. Okay.
इस वीडियो में हम पोलराइजेशन और किसी मीडियम के कैपेसिटेंस पे असरात डिस्कस करेंगे। तो सबसे पहले हम देखते हैं कि पोलराइजेशन क्या होती है। तो पोलराइजेशन समझने के लिए हम एक कैपेसिटर कंसिडर करते हैं, इसको एक बैटरी के साथ कनेक्ट करते हैं। बैटरी का एक प्लेट जो है ये पॉजिटिवली चार्ज हो जाता है, दूसरा नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो जाता है। पॉजिटिव प्लेट से नेगेटिव प्लेट की तरफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकलती है। फर्ज किया हम कोई मीडियम इस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में इंसर्ट करते हैं, तो ये मीडियम जो है ये एटमों से बना हुआ है और एटम्स जो हैं उनके अंदर पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्जेस होती हैं। तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड की मौजूदगी में ये पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्जेस एक दूसरे से सेपरेट हो जाती हैं। ये जो पॉजिटिव प्लेट है ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करता है और न्यूक्लियाइज या पॉजिटिव चार्जेस जो हैं उनको रिपेल करता है। इस तरह से पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव चार्जेस जो हैं वो एक दूसरे से सेपरेट हो जाती हैं या चार्जेस जो हैं वो अपनी जगह से डिस्प्लेस हो जाती हैं। इसको हम इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्प्लेसमेंट कहते हैं। अगर देखा जाए तो हर एटम जो है उसके अंदर पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव पोल्स बन गए हैं। इस लिहाज से हम हर एटम को एक डाइपोल कंसिडर करते हैं। ये जो मीडियम है इसका ये वाला साइड पॉजिटिवली चार्ज्ड है और ये वाला साइड नेगेटिवली चार्ज्ड है, यानी ये साइड नेगेटिव पोल है और ये साइड पॉजिटिव पोल है। या हम कह सकते हैं कि पूरा मीडियम जो है जो हमने इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखा है उसके दो पोल बन गए हैं, नेगेटिव पोल और पॉजिटिव पोल। इस अमल को पोलराइजेशन कहा जाता है। जब हम कोई मीडियम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में रखते हैं और वो पोलराइज हो जाता है तो इसके क्या फ़ायदे होते हैं? इसका सबसे बड़ा फ़ायदा ये है कि कैपेसिटर की जो कैपेसिटेंस है वो बढ़ जाती है। अब हम ये देखते हैं कि कैपेसिटेंस किस तरह से बढ़ती है या डाइलेक्ट्रिक जो है उसका कैपेसिटेंस पे क्या असर होता है। तो कैपेसिटेंस पे किसी मीडियम के असरात समझने के लिए हम एक कैपेसिटर कंसिडर करते हैं। इसको हम एक बैटरी के साथ चार्ज करते हैं। कैपेसिटर का एक प्लेट पॉजिटिवली चार्ज हो जाता है, दूसरा नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो जाता है। अगर हम इन प्लेट्स के दरमियान कोई मीडियम रख दें तो ये मीडियम पोलराइज हो जाता है। इसका एक साइड नेगेटिव पोल बन जाता है, दूसरा साइड पॉजिटिव पोल बन जाता है। अब इस मीडियम का कैपेसिटेंस पे क्या असर होता है? तो इसका असर ये है कि ये जो नेगेटिव पोल पे कुछ नेगेटिव चार्जेस हैं ये पॉजिटिव प्लेट के करीब हैं, तो इस तरह से ये नेगेटिव चार्जेस प्लेट के ऊपर कुछ पॉजिटिव चार्जेस को बैलेंस कर लेती हैं या उनका इफेक्ट कैंसिल आउट कर लेती हैं और इस तरह से इस प्लेट पे मज़ीद पॉजिटिव चार्जेस के लिए जगह बन जाती है, यानी इस प्लेट की चार्ज को स्टोर करने की गुंजाइश या कैपेसिटेंस बढ़ जाती है। और इसी तरह इस तरफ भी होता है कि इस प्लेट पे नेगेटिव चार्जेस के लिए गुंजाइश बढ़ जाती है क्योंकि ये पॉजिटिव चार्जेस कुछ नेगेटिव चार्जेस को बैलेंस कर लेती हैं या उनका इफेक्ट कैंसिल आउट कर लेती हैं। तो इस तरह से इस कैपेसिटर में मज़ीद चार्जेस को स्टोर करने की सलाहियत पैदा होती है और कैपेसिटेंस जो है वो बढ़ जाती है।
I think now you have understood now students polarization. Now I will explain it. So there are different types of polarization. Three types of polarization is there. So electronic polarization, or you can say induced polarization, because nothing was there earlier and it is induced. First time it is induced. So word is induced polarization for electronic polarization. Second is ionic polarization. In that initially it may be existing in absence of electric field, but when you apply electric field then it will enhance. So it is ionic polarization, because it will happen in case of polar material. So initially polarization may be there. Okay, so if resultant is not zero, then polarization may be there, and you are additionally increasing it. So ionic polarization and orientational polarization also, initially it may be there because already dipole moments will be there, but they will just direction will change it. So name only implies orientation, means here direction will change, here addition will happen, and here creation will happen, induction will happen. So three types of polarizations are there. You try to understand, then only you will score in the quiz. So what is electronic polarization or induced polarization? So in this type polarization, atoms, rarely gas atoms, means I told you rarely gas atoms are non-polar materials. So in case of rarely gases, atom positive charge and revolving electron charge just coincide it. So negative charge, positive charge are coincide. So atom has a zero had charge, net charge on atom is a zero. But there is also existing force of attraction between positive charge nucleus and revolving electrons. But when such an atom is placed in external field, there also exists force of attraction between revolving electrons and positive charge plate or the electrodes. But if you will see here, therefore, revolving electrons and positive charge nucleus will try to shift, slight shifting towards the anode and cathode. Therefore, center of positive charge and negative charge will get displaced. So, slight displacement of the atom or slight displacement between the charges induces dipole moment, and this displacement of electrons within an atom due to the effect of electric field is called electronic polarization. So how you will define electronic polarization? It is the displacement of electrons within an atom. So you can just say shifting of electron cloud due to the effect of electric field is called electronic polarization. Now when electric field will increase sufficiently to overcome, means when it will happen only when electric field is higher and it is sufficient to shift the electron cloud towards it. Means centrifugal force of attraction between positive charge nucleus and revolving electron has to overcome. So that is, it is required. So this phenomenon is called as electronic polarization, and it is, you can see it in case of gases where the density is low. Why density should be low for such a polarization? Because atom to atom distance is large. And when atom to atom distance is large, then nearby atom may not have influence. Means suppose I am sitting here and in close to me somebody is there, then interaction between the two may happen. But here it is the interaction between electric field and atom. And when interaction between two atom will happen, something different than electronic polarization will happen. So therefore, in case of gases, you will observe this electronic polarization. Now, therefore, dielectric constant of all gaseous dielectric material is nearly equal to unity. Because see, polarization occurs in gases having low density, means number of atoms are less, and as number of atoms are less, number of dipole moments will be also less. And as number of dipole moments will be less, polarization will be less. So here you cannot see in such a materials polarization is a good. So therefore atoms, you can say dielectric constant of gases is less, but dielectric constant of solid material will be higher because polarization will be higher. Okay, so that is the reason. So see here in pictorially I will explain now. In absence of electric field, positive charge nucleus and revolving electron cloud, it is coincident. Means concentrated at the same point. So positive is here and negative is also here. So atom as a whole, electric field is 0. But now when such an atom is placed in electric field, means suppose this side it is positive charge and this side it is negative charge. Okay. So if this side it is positive charge, what will happen? This electron cloud will shift towards it. In case of conducting material, what happens? This electron will jump from higher band to the conduction band and it will just drag towards the positive plate and current will start flowing. But in case of this dielectric material, it's not so easy because dielectric material is insulating material. So slight shifting will happen. Okay. And when field is applied, you can say here positive charge gets shifted here. But the same thing will happen here. But I already told you why it is not considered, because positive ions are high in mass. Mass of positive ions are heavier than electron. So we are just explaining electron cloud. Electron cloud shifts because mass of electron is less. Always in conduction also we say electron cross over the band, and positive ion will also have attack on cathode, but that is later stage. So here also we just take example of electron cloud is shifted. So here now see, as electron cloud is shifted, positive atom is here and you can say actually I think positive charge is here. Positive charge is here. Therefore this electron cloud is shifted in this direction. So this will be center of electron cloud. Which electron is shifted from positive to this side. So positive charge is here. Okay. Now see here it is now negative charge center. So two charges are separated by distance d. So dipole moment is created. So here you can see example, and that is dielectric material means capacitor. It is said that capacitor plate. So here just see positive ion, negative ion, or you can say positive cloud charge and negative cloud. So dipole moments are created as negative electron charge center has shifted here, means this side is positive. And as you can see here positive, this plate is negative. Okay. So you can just see what is happening inside the material. You have just seen in video. Okay. Now ionic polarization. In case of ionic polarization, some ionic materials there is net positive and net negative charge. NaCl, HCl, you can consider any ionic material. Additional contribution to the dipoles is created by the application of electric field due to shifting of two charges. This is called ionic polarization. So in an ionic bond, when two different atoms join together, there is a transformation of electrons from one atom to another. Why atom consists, means a bond consists between the two atoms? Because one atom may share its electrons with the another atom. That you know, suppose you consider NaCl case. So you know charge on Na sodium is they have 11 electrons, and chloride is having 17 electrons. And why they form covalent bond, NaCl bond? Because these 11 electrons of sodium will be shared with chloride. So 17 plus 11, 28. So they are sufficient. So therefore a bond exists between sodium and chloride. Means sodium is positive and chloride is negative. This means we can say that when sodium shares its 11 electrons to the chloride, this means that sodium is a positive because it is sharing its electrons to the chloride. So this is positive. Sodium is positive ion, and chloride, as it takes electrons from the sodium, then this chloride is negative charge. So the sodium is positive, chloride is negative. So positive charge and negative charge is displaced at some distance d. So that distance is less initially. Now you place this NaCl in electric field. So what will happen? This chloride is negative, and when you will apply, suppose this side positive charge, then this chloride again will shift towards the positive charge. So suppose 1 micron centimeter distance is there, that will increase. So you can say initial distance was d. So here it is written that. So just read it. If distance initially is d, when such a NaCl will place in electric field, distance x will be additionally created between sodium and chloride, because chloride will get shifted towards the positive plate. So d plus x displacement is there. So what is the created polarization? Only dipole moment, charge into x, because charge into d was already there. So it just enhances from d to d plus x. So just read it. In NaCl bond, there is a transfer of an electron from sodium positive atom to chloride negative atom. Ionic polarization exists only for these types of material, because it has to be first ions. Then only you can say ionic polarization happens. So ions has to be there. Initial dipole moment has to be there. So molecule has a permanent dipole moment E into D, because this distance is D. So whatever is charge E into D is a permanent dipole moment it has in absence of electric field. And when you will apply field, so this D plus D0, I just said X, but here it is D0. So okay. So you can just see in an electric field, the resultant torque lines up the dipole moments parallel to the field at absolute zero temperature. So temperature, it is mentioned what is happening at the temperature 0. Okay. Now here I am taking example of X. So here in picture, because I could find out figure from net, so that distance was D0. Okay. Read this. Now constant of proportionality is called as ionic polarizability, because we have seen polarization will depend on what? Polarization is number of dipole moments per unit volume. Constant of proportionality is known as polarizability. So when, because polarization is directly proportional to the electric field. When electric field is higher, polarization has to be higher, and constant of proportionality is called as polarizability. But in ionic polarization, it is ionic polarizability. And you can see when it is electronic polarization, it will be electronic polarizability, and in orientational polarization, it will be orientational polarizability. Okay. So now in orientational polarization, what happens? So in orientational polarization, already dipole moments are there, but they will be arranged in dipole random fashion. We see there are directions and they are just oriented randomly. So net polarization may happen to the zero. Okay. But now what will happen when you will place such a material? Which is such a material? Carbon dioxide, NO2, H2O. Just I will show you with the covalent bonding, because they have dipole moments at some directions. But when you will place such a material in electric field, they will orient like this, because we have seen it is oriented from negative to positive. So this is negative, this is positive, and now all positive are this direction. So here it is cathode and here it is anode. So if field is very large, it is very large, then you may get parallel directions, and in some case it may not be parallel, it will be just slight orientation, that depends upon how much electric field you are applying. But if electric field is very large, then only you can see such a parallel directions. Okay, and this is orientation of the dipole moment. Orientation, just directions are changed. Okay. Now there are two types of examples. So you consider atoms of A and B. Okay, and you just consider A, B, A. So two cases arise. A, B, A. This is first case. This is second case. This is second case. So what is this? A, B, A, C. A is carbon, and B, no, A is oxygen. Okay, and B is only one. So B is carbon. So this is first type. Now in this first type, what you see, it is type atom ABA. So this is A, this is B. But how the dipole moments are oriented? This is dipole moment and they are equal and opposite. So in this case, polarization is 0. But what is happened? Just read this. So what you see in picture B? In picture B, if you see, dipole moments are in different directions. You can see here NO2. Means this is also example of ABA. So who is A? Nitrogen is who is A? Nitrogen is B and oxygen is A. Okay. So this is B. But in this case, their covalent bonds are directed like this and there exists some angle. So net dipole moment will exist here. Here it is 0, equal and opposite. But here you have to plot the resultant of this. So do by parallelogram and resultant will be here. So in this case, dipole moment is there. Net resultant dipole moment. In H2 also, net dipole moment is there. Okay. But this net resultant dipole moment will orient itself in the direction of applied electric field. So that will be orientational polarization. Now what is the difference between electronic polarization, ionic polarization and orientational polarization? So see, electronic polarization is the process of separation between the center of electron cloud and the center of nucleus. Ionic polarization, it is the process of separation of positive and negative charges. And orientation is the process of orientation of existing dipole moments. Okay. Now examples, you remember examples. Already I have given you examples. Okay. Ionic should be ionic crystals. Orientational polarization should be with covalent bonds and this. So CO2 is also example. Argon, neon, rare gases. Electronic polarization, rare gases, because atom to atom distance is large, so atom to atom interaction is negligible. But here atom to atom interaction is considered because dipole moment is existing. Here also atom to atom interaction is considered. Now polarization is proportional to alpha E. So alpha is polarizability. Okay, alpha is constant of proportionality is known as polarizability. So it is ionic polarizability, electronic polarizability. This is ionic polarizability and this is orientational polarizability. But difference between these two, electronic and ionic polarization, are not dependent on temperature. You vary temperature, your polarization will not vary. But when you will see orientational polarization, orientation will change because temperature you are giving some thermal energy, and due to the thermal energy there you can say thermal agitation occurs, and that dipole moments randomly fashioned dipole moments may start changing its direction. So it is influenced by temperature. So remember the difference. Now I will just ask Sakshi and Sumit to start their quiz. Yes, Sakshi and Sumit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I
Sakshi is
will
going
stop
to share the
sharing now.
screen.
I have stopped sharing now. So now
Yes,
see, students, this is activity number 6 from practical part B. So you just start performing. You tell me who can perform tomorrow, and Wednesday's practical. You have to start at least a batch. Okay. So don't make me to display timetable. Purposefully, I have not posted yesterday. I want to see who come forward, because coming forward is a leadership quality. So who are the next leader after Sakshi and Sumit? Let us see. Tomorrow in Wednesday. Joinmyquiz.com. Joinmyquiz.com. Okay, I will also do. Joinmyquiz.com. Students go to the website. Oh, it's quiz. It's quizzes.
Ma'am,
Okay.
I have shared the link on the WhatsApp group of MS.
Okay, WhatsApp group also they have shared the link. Good. But you share the quiz screen here, Sumit. You share the quiz, miss this screen, whatever it will be, it should come here. Okay, you have to share it.
Ma'am, Sakshi is sharing and the code is
Okay.
also present on the screen.
Start.
ma'am.
Yes. Array start now. You are not press start, Sakshi. Screen should come here. Whatever is happening.
I'm waiting for the participants to join.
I have joined it. I have joined it. You start.
Okay, ma'am.
Now here we have to select theme. You have to explain what is there, Sakshi. Okay.
Ma'am,
Siddharth had joined, Ansar Ali had joined, Tushar, Sushmita, good, Hitesh, Gauri, Ruchika, be quick, be quick, be quick. 25, 26 players are there. You have to select theme day 1, day 2, day 3, day 5.
no, ma'am, no need for this.
Okay.
Ma'am, should I start now?
Whether you have shared the screen, start it. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
start means immediately quiz will start. So wait, only 25 are there. Miss, where the questions will start.
Yes, ma'am. If I start, the question will start.
Okay, start. Only 10 minutes are there. Start.
Okay, ma'am.
Whether a score will go on displaying here. What happened?
It can't start. Ma'am, it shows me that no players are current in the game.
Your this code had changed. You just check it. Now started.
Yes, ma'am. Start.
Have you shared the sound, Sakshi?
Yes, ma'am. I have shared.
So unit of polarization is, whereas unit of electronic polarization is.
Ma'am, questions are shuffled for the all students. And our tutors also have it shuffled.
What you are saying, Sakshi? I can't hear. Students has not solved this question yet. Only one. Only one student has solved. Sakshi, second question.
Yes, ma'am.
Vidya, very yes, Vidya is leading.
Yes, ma'am.
Nina, second, Sushmita is up.
Ma'am, question has time limit. They can solve at their own pace.
Yes. Vidya, somebody cross Vidya. Can you scroll down, Sakshi? Just see, or only 6 can be seen. Okay. 8 is yes. Who is yes? Tushar. Ricky. Chika. Harshvardhan. Vidya, Sushmita, Nilansh are top 3. Nikhil is 4. Prasad is 5th. Adarsh is absent or what today? Where is Adarsh?
I'm there. I am there.
Okay, just give it a submit Adarsh. Junaid, very good, Junaid. You are 6. Very good. You call me Junaid, you call me lecture. Next, done. Away. what's the status? Tushar, 7th. Good.
Ma'am, just wait. All are not finished.
All are?
Not finished yet.
Oh, I know it.
Changing.
And I know it. I am just coaching them. Hitesh, 9th. Junaid, you fall to 10th. From 6th to 10th, what happened, Junaid? Tushar, Shruti 8th, Prasad 9th, Hitesh 10th. Siddharth, good, Siddharth, good. Amay also jumped it from 10th to 6th. Oh, Amay jumping. Mahesh, good. Junaid, good, 5th. Good, Junaid. Vidya, fall down, why? Huh? Sushmita, good. Good, Sushmita. Why? Your rank is first. Nilash, second. Maithili, third. Jump in, student, just try. Sushmita is leading too much, 1,300 to 40. Good. Congratulations. Let us see now who will be first. Harshvardhan, scroll down. Sakshi, scroll down.
Yes, ma'am.
Below 10, you scroll down. Others, 15. What happened today? Others? Venkatesh, Mangesh, good. Yes, who is yes? Arjun, 16th. Manjeet, good. 19th. Sarvesh, 20. Ruchika, 22. James Bond, oh my God. Who is James Bond? Let me see James Bond. Venkatesh, 24. Can you scroll down below?
Yes, ma'am. I'm scrolling.
Gauri, 25. Sharwari, 26. Rohan, 27. Arushi. Answer Ali, good. Ritesh, why so lagging, Ritesh? Huh? 30, 31. Lakshmi, 22. K, who is K? Mangesh, 33. So what is the difference in this quiz as compared to other quiz? Come on. Jump. Sushmita is first. Just cross her. Mahesh, 11th. Ruchika, 22. Shivam, 21. Sushmita, somebody. Cross over Sushmita. Nilash, Mithili.
Ma'am, the quiz is over. All the questions.
Over?
Yes,
Test.
ma'am. 20.
Yes, ma'am, it is over.
Yes, ma'am. This is the final result.
Okay. Now, congratulations to all the students who could give this test. Now, heartiest congratulations to Sushmita, Nilash, Maithili, Vidya, Shruti, Amaya, Tushar, Supriya, and Junaid and Siddharth. First stop. Just keep them in big hand, students. Keep them in big hand. Dear students, all of you, keep them in big hand. Very good. Very good. Very good. So this is the way how Sakshi and Sumit have presented the quiz. I had not gone through the questions. I will see now, and you just post me this result also. But now, dear students, let us compare this quiz with other tool. So you just tell me, Sumit, you just tell me difference between this tool and the other tool which I had used it. What is the difference? Because yes, we have to see difference in the tool also.
Ma'am, we can see that the students who had given the which question is right or wrong, means they can see,
Okay, here
whereas
it
the
is.
teacher can see which question is wrong of which student. So, and the leaderboard is always changing as the question is or streak gets high, and
Yes,
who
correct.
gives the number, who gives the first answer in 5 seconds or 10 seconds get the more number of marks or points.
Yes, that was there in earlier sessions here. But here, scoreboard you can see of maximum students. What is the limitation for the participants for this tool?
No, ma'am, there is no limit. There is no such limitations.
Okay, good.
And we can set the time for each question also, 45 seconds,
Yes,
10 seconds,
that,
15
that
seconds.
is there. That is there for all questions. And I think you set a more time, I think, because for quiz it should be less. Now
I
this,
set 45 seconds for each question.
oh, that is too large. 20 is sufficient. And you just save this and mail me. Okay. So this can be our
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
formative assessment, ingoing assessment of the lecture. Now, participant, you just told me what is the difference between this app and another. Because while giving, what were your feelings or some observations? How it is different than other which we used earlier? Yes,
Hello, ma'am.
participant.
Here.
Huh?
Ma'am,
There?
in this quiz there are streaks like KBC 50-50 option and erase options. The wrong options are get erased, and in 50-50 only two options are there, which can be the true.
Oh, very good. Means here, Kaun Banega Crorepati style is
Ma'am,
used.
there are power
And
ups.
if you're
Ma'am,
using
there are power plus
50-50
and
option,
lifelines in the this.
what, Sumit?
Ma'am, there are lifelines in
Oh, Kaun Banega Crorepati style. Very
the
good.
more number of power ups or. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, means you took that choice also for 50-50 or like that. But
And
whether a call,
yes, ma'am. And our
call a friend option is there or no? Call a friend option is
no,
there or
ma'am, it's not there.
okay. Okay.
No,
No,
ma'am, it's
ma'am.
not
All
there.
questions are shuffled for all the students.
Oh, questions were shuffled. Okay, very
Yes, ma'am.
good.
And
This is
answers are also shuffled. Sorry, options are also shuffled.
oh, very nice. This is beautiful tool then for our test students. But you
Uh,
are very wiser. Whatever tricks we will do, you just find out solution for the tricks. Yes. Another things, participant, what
ma'am,
was the difference?
if
Yes.
the students got the correct answer, then they are all meme on that. Meme on their screen. You had got the very nice code. You are the leader or such power ups.
Oh, very nice coaching option because I could not give coaching option is there. Very good. Okay. What else? Any participant?
Time also,
Nilesh, yes.
time also it gives, means in how much second you are giving the correct answer. That also streak it will go.
Okay. Very good. Any another thing, remaining thing, participant? Sushmita? Sushmita, you came first. What do you want to share?
Hello, ma'am.
You came first. What do you want to share? What are your feelings?
Ma'am, it is very nice quiz in which the time limit is come.
Time limit is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, students. So this is how really Sumit and Sakshi have leaded you. They have leaded the class. So I want to see who will be leaders of tomorrow's lecture and who will be leaders of practical of Wednesdays. Okay, so just go confirm your activity number 6 from part B practical. Try to finish it earlier. Don't keep at a burden. That is what I wanted to see. Today I have posted one link of my session on Friday session. You just see how your example I show and teachers appreciated your work also. So all of you, I will request you go through the video and just see it. Okay. So have a good day. We'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye.